What's up, guys? How are you? It is time for a Monday morning edition of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Peralta. We're here on BettingPros.com, wherever you get your podcasts, and also on YouTube with our video stream. This podcast being brought to you by BetMGM. So we had a nice day yesterday, a lot of fun watching games all day, and we had the live stream, had some technical difficulties, but we got it all right. We got it all in, and it was fun, and appreciate you guys being a part of it. I won't be on live stream due to my radio show commitments today for the Elite 8 games for Monday and Tuesday, but obviously we'll have plays here coming up on both games in the Elite 8. And then I got one hockey play to give you, and then we'll give you the player props. Okay, so let's just address where we are here with the player props. We are 21-9 on the player props. And it's interesting because a lot of you are joining in and being a part of this right now, and I think it's incredible. It really is awesome. And I'm telling you what to bet. I'm telling you where the books, what numbers, the juice, okay? I think I've hit 8 in a row using the BettingPros cheat sheet. You can go to the BettingPros.com cheat sheet yourself. Just click on NBA, and there's a prop bet cheat sheet right there. Click on it, and you can do your own research. You can use it, okay? I'm just showing you what I am doing, and I'm showing you how successful you can be by shopping and looking through the BettingPros cheat sheet, okay? It is an unbelievable tool. It is an incredible tool. And if you like betting props, I mean, this thing is obviously fire, right? Because I'm 21-6, okay? I'm 21-6 on these player props. And I don't think I'm a genius. I think we're hot. The regression's going to come here, okay, guys? We're going to hit a regression at some point. But right now, we're riding it. If you are outside of a state that's got one of the books that I'm using, well then okay. I mean, call a buddy up, shop around. I don't know. Figure out a way to do it, okay? And I'm getting Vegas people who are all pissed off at me because they're like, well, we can't get these things in Vegas. I'm like, well, William Hill sometimes has it in Vegas. And BetMGM oftentimes has player props in Vegas. And there are books in Vegas that do have player props. Now, maybe not the specific player prop I'm talking about, but there are ways of getting down. There's ways of finding your way into this bet. So I'm not going to apologize for any of this, okay? And I'm not going to come at you guys and be like, I'm talking to the entire country, really the globe. We got listeners in Australia. We have listeners who are in Canada, in Mexico, in England, in Germany, okay? The Daily Juice is not just American books, by the way, that we're talking about. So I'm finding these BettingPros these props on the BettingPros cheat sheet, giving them out on the Discord channel, and the link to the Discord channel is below me here on YouTube. I know there's been some concern and questions about where am I posting these things, okay? You can search me at Sports Talk Matt on the Discord channel, or I'm going to place them now not just in the Daily Juice, but I'm also going to place them in the NBA Player Props channel, okay? That's one adjustment we're going to make, just because of how many people are coming into this and now who are paying attention to this, who are clamoring for this. It's free content. These are free picks. Just want to reiterate that, okay? What I'm giving you is free information. So always have that in the back of your head. If you're going to get angry with anything that we are doing, I'm doing, your own frustration, your own inability to work technology, all these things, all right? So I've created this monster. You can hear it in my voice, I'm sure. I've created this monster that's a little bit frustrating at the moment because it's a really cool thing, and yet I feel like it's turning into not such a cool thing because I don't want the Daily Juice channel to just be a bunch of dudes going in there and going, where are the props, man? Where are the props, man? Stop, okay? Stop doing that. Stop asking people when I'm going to post the prop bets, okay? Stop asking if you missed the prop bets. Stop going in the Discord channel and doing that. That's not the point of the Discord channel, okay? You have the tools. Everyone can search the Discord channel the same way. We're posting it in multiple places now, and you can find all the player props, and I even put them on Twitter. So follow me on Twitter, at Sports Talk Matt. I put them up on Twitter before the game goes off. So if you're on the Discord channel, you can also find them. Now, it's going to be like, I don't always let me correct myself. I don't always put them on Twitter, but they'll be on there. I use Twitter as a tracking mechanism, not as a posting mechanism, so I should probably correct that. But I put them up so you'll see what I've played. I don't always put it up before. It depends on what I'm doing during the day. It depends on how the day is going. There's a lot of things, a lot of factors into when I put it on Twitter. So it'll be on there, just may not be on there before in time for you to be able to bet it. So that's my soapbox rant on the BettingPros cheat sheet and where we are with our picks. Overall yesterday, we went 4-3. College basketball has not been good for me. Okay, 1-2 on Saturday, 1-3 yesterday. Everything else were hot. Hockey, NBA, player props were good. We're real good. Got the under easily with the Devils and the Bruins. Under 5.5, 1 goal got scored in that game. Beautiful, right? You love when you're going unders and they're an easy cakewalk. So that's great. We got the first half over for Creighton and Gonzaga, right? Zags blew the doors off the Creighton Blue Jays. And then Alabama's free throws, they're done. They're out. They can't hit free throws, and they're gone. Shockingly, I thought Bama would win that game relatively easily, and they did not. They don't even win the game, period. They are going home. UCLA will advance. Pretty impressive to watch UCLA in the Pac-12 now with 3 teams in to the Elite Eight. Did not see that coming. Okay, I did not see that coming at all. So 4-3 overall, literally flat. Like, you add up juice and everything else, it's just a straight flat day. So I'll take the 4-3 win, but not on the money. So we move to Tuesday here, coming up for Tuesday, okay? Got 2 more games today, or Monday, rather. We have 2 more games on Monday, 2 more games on Tuesday for the Elite Eight. The BetMGM Parlay Boost token is available. It's a parlay wager with 3 legs or more, maximum stake of $100. They will pay you a 10% parlay boost token that you can use 2 times a day when there's an NCAA tournament game going on for March matchups. You use that promo code JUICE100 when you sign up for this new account with BetMGM. You're going to add it in your bet slip to activate the token. 3 legs, maximum $100 wager, 10% boost on that. For that, please make sure to read the full terms and conditions before participating in the promotion for the Parlay Boost token with BetMGM with that promo code JUICE100. Okay, so let's start talking about these games coming up today. We got Oregon State in Houston, and we've got Arkansas and Baylor. Let's start with Oregon State in Houston here. My initial gut was bet Houston laying 8.5. That Houston was going to run Oregon State out. And then I started talking to some people, and some sharp people are on Oregon State plus 8.5, and it kind of caused me to check myself a little bit because I'm not seeing the board all that great. So because of that, I've kind of pulled back here, and I've reassessed. And so now I'm looking at the total. The total is 130 at the time that I played it. It's now 129.5 at BetMGM. It is falling, so hopefully you guys can grab it. I wouldn't go much further below 129 on this for Oregon and Houston, but you can hear it in my voice. I am playing the under here in this game. Rutgers and Syracuse for Houston both went under, okay? Last game against Loyola Chicago for Oregon State, the game went under. We're talking about 2 of the best defensive teams in the entire country going up against each other. Houston gives up 57.9 points per game. That's number 2 in the country. Oregon State gives up 68.5 points per game. That's 109th in the country, but they've played so well down the stretch. It is really hard to shoot threes on these guys. They give up just 6.3 3-point shots per game for Oregon State. That's 63rd best in the country. So you're not going to go up there and jack a bunch of threes. It's hard for Oregon State to go up against a team like Houston because Oregon State is 204th in the country in 3-pointers made, but Houston only gives up 5.6 threes made per game. That is 10th best in the country. So talking about 2 outstanding defenses. Houston is number 1 in opposing shooting efficiency, .949. On the other side, you're talking about an Oregon State team. It's in the 171s. Not great, but it's very difficult to shoot threes on them that you can score against their zone, but they don't give up many points. 68.5 points. This is going to be an absolute slugfest. This is going to be so low scoring for an Elite Eight game. It's crazy. And the venue they're playing in Indianapolis has been giving up a ton of unders here with the big stage, with the big sight line. So it's their first game there. It's the first game in the Elite Eight for these teams with all this pressure for Houston and Oregon State. First time for these teams to be there. You know they're going to be gripping. You know they're going to be nervous. I'm going under 130 here for Oregon State in Houston tonight in the first game of the Elite Eight. Under 130. Again, BetMGM right now is 129.5. So it's going down, but I got this earlier today. Hopefully you guys can get it at 129 is where I would. That's the basement for it is 129. But I think we're going to see a grinder, a 50 to 52 type game. It's going to look like a football game out there between these 2 teams with Houston and Oregon State. So we're going under 130 for that. Second game, Arkansas and Baylor. Line is 7.5 here. And I initially, when I was looking at this, I know a lot of people are on Baylor. It opened at 7. It's now 7.5. A lot of people are going to roll here with Baylor. There's something about this Arkansas team that I find really interesting. And I think Eric Musselman's going to have a really good game plan here for Arkansas. Arkansas scores 81.7 points per game. That's top 10 in the country. Baylor scores 83 points per game. I think the over is a decent play in this game. It's 148.5. I'll probably have a personal play going here on the over. I think we're going to see an up-tempo game between these two teams. But just because of the venue and just because of what we've seen every game in the Sweet 16, I believe, well, right now, USC and Oregon's being played right now, but 7 of those games in regulation all went under, except for the one overtime game with Alabama. The under may be a play here just because unders have been coming in so consistently. So I'm going to avoid, I'll probably go with a personal play with Arkansas and Baylor. So if you want more on this game, maybe you go with the over here. But I think Arkansas can keep this game close. Defensively, Arkansas is not horrible, 70.4 points per game. They are pretty good against the three-point shot. They're okay. I mean, Baylor is number 2 in the country, 40.8, but they haven't been hitting their threes in the tournament. 33% given up for Arkansas. It's pretty good. That's top 150 in the country. They're top 50 in the country in 2-point defense. Shooting percentage overall, top 50 or 51, 12th in the country for Baylor. We know what they can do shooting-wise. Field goals per game is all top 10. Shooting efficiency is top 10. For Arkansas, on the other side, though, field goals made per game, top 10. Shooting efficiency is top 100. I think they've got the athletes to at least push Baylor. I don't think they win this game. But I think Arkansas has got enough moxie here to keep this. And really, watching Arkansas play Alabama late in the year and how physical they were and how they pushed around Alabama gave me some confidence to go ahead and bet on Arkansas here to cover this line. And frankly, Baylor's not been phenomenal against the number. They've been pretty good the last 2 games in the tournament. They covered against Wisconsin. They covered against Villanova. But here is a game against Oral Roberts. Arkansas got the scare. They didn't cover that 11-point line, but they beat Texas Tech as 2-point dogs, and they beat Colgate as 8.5-point dogs by 17 points here. I just think this is a huge stage. Maybe Baylor rises up, and it's dangerous to go up against Baylor, but I'm going to take the points here with 7.5. Again, the first move was to Baylor, but I'm going to hope that Arkansas keep this game close. Again, you may fade this, okay? I've not been good here. I'm 2-5 for my last 7 bets in college basketball. So I've not been great, but I'm just going to keep on firing. We're not losing money because of the other sports, so I'm going Arkansas plus 7.5 coming up against Baylor. So we're going under 130, Oregon State and Houston, and we're going Arkansas plus 7.5 for the 2 plays in the Elite 8. Now, I've got one hockey game with 2 plays that I'm going to make. The Vegas Golden Knights taking on the LA Kings. Last time these 2 teams played about a week ago, 3-1 win for the LA Kings. Do you know what happens when that happens? Vegas gets real mad. They get real angry. They're at home here, okay? The total is 5.5. Whether it's Marc-Andre Fleury, whether it's Robin Lehner, I don't really care all that much, but I need the Kings to score 2 goals here, okay? Need the Kings to score 2 goals. Why? Because I'm betting the over. For the Vegas Golden Knights, if you look at some of this, the trends for them, the over is 4-1 over the last 5 home games, and the over is 4-1 in the last 5 games as a favorite at home. 8-3-1 for the Vegas Golden Knights to the over the last 12 times they were favored. Now, there are some trends for LA to goes to the under. 6-1 in their last 7 games as a road underdog, and 5-1 last 6 games just as an underdog in general. So I need 2 goals here, but I'm going to take Vegas to score 4 or more goals here up against Los Angeles, who have not had great goaltending. So Vegas, LA, half a unit, over 5.5 goals, okay? And we're going to take the other half unit, and we're going to come back on the puck line for the Vegas Golden Knights. And we're going to go Vegas over on the puck line at minus 1.5 goals at plus 120 here up against the LA Kings. So far in this series, 5-2, 4-3, 4-2, 3-1, okay? 3 of the 4 games have all gone over, and 2 of the 4 games the Vegas Golden Knights have won on the puck line. They got the loss out of their system last time, losing to the LA Kings. Now comes back at home. I expect Vegas to be flying around here tonight, 13-2-1 at home. I expect Vegas to win the game, high scoring, and to get on the puck line here up against the LA Kings. Puck line plus 120 and over 5.5 goals. For Vegas over the last 5 games, 6-4-6-6-5, 4 goals scored. On the other side for LA, 6-3-4-6-5 totals for goals scored. They lost back-to-back games on the road at San Jose, scoring just 2 and 1 goals, 3 goals in total in both those games, so that's not great. Again, we need 2 goals from the LA Kings coming up here today, but I do expect the Vegas Golden Knights to really go at it and put a bunch of goals, whether it be Peterson or Quick or whoever's in net for the LA Kings. I think Vegas scores a bunch of goals here. So first bet, over Vegas and LA, over 5.5 goals, that at minus 110. And we're going for a puck line bet at plus 120 for the Vegas Golden Knights on the puck line I guess a full unit total, half unit either bet coming up, okay? So the plays coming up for today, under 130, Houston and Oregon State. Arkansas plus 7.5 against Baylor. Over 5.5 goals for Vegas and the LA Kings. And Vegas on the puck line at plus 120. Okay? 2 bets for the NBA player props will hit you in the Discord channel like we've been doing each and every day. All right? The run, I believe it's up to 8 straight that we've hit on that. We are 21-6. I'm going to go until I go on vacation. I go on vacation on Tuesday. I'll still have picks and plays, just we're going to be kind of light while I'm in California. I'll give you a couple bets. The podcast will still roll on. You'll have bets and plays coming. It just won't be as in-depth. I'll have a couple plays every day while I'm in California. But the player props, I'll probably still have player props, but I'm not positive. I may pause the player props until I come back, just because going up to game time, I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to be. I probably won't be in the Discord channel. We're going to SeaWorld and everywhere else, so I haven't been on vacation in 14 months. I've only slept out of my own bed twice in 14 months. In both times, I was in the hospital. So I'm really looking forward to getting away and just, trying to find some sanity for a couple days. So the player props probably will be paused. So that means we've got Monday, Tuesday for player props. Now, at 21-6 for the player props, that's 27, 21. I don't know why I had an odd number one day, but I did. So that's 27, okay? So we're going to get the next 2 days, we'll get to 30. And I made the announcement on the Discord that once I get to 30, then I'll decide whether or not I want to add and push it to a half a unit. Instead of going quarter unit, we go half a unit. So if we don't fall on our face and we keep this running, keep this roll going, I probably will switch to a half a unit here going forward on player props. I'm just not there yet. Props scare the hell out of me for that very reason, because of injuries and the uncertainty of it all. But we've built up such a nice little bankroll here that we might be able to push it a little bit here with going to half unit bets on our player props. So in the Discord channel, you get 2 player props before that game, whatever game it is or games it is. Will drop in the Discord channel. The link is below me here on YouTube, and you guys can get on YouTube, search Betting Pros, and go ahead and find it and click on it to go to the Discord channel for the player props in the NBA props channel and in the Daily Juice channel coming up today for the player props. All right, my name is Matt Peralt. 4 plays going for today. Best of luck. Hopefully our college basketball luck turns around today. Every morning it's the Daily Juice podcast brought to you by BetMGM right here on BettingPros.com.